Hey, Robin.
Jack.
We are
Inwits.
Inwits, that's us, and happy merge week.
Yeah, happy merge week. That's I like that.
And my
That's
friend
good,
said it to me today. She
Yeah.
came to me, she's like, happy merge week, and
That's
all
good.
our Survivor friends were like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's excellent.
great. So I thought I'd take it, I'd steal it. Thanks, Amber.
Absolutely.
I'll totally take that one. I loved it. As I was thinking about it, I did want to introduce that. I wanted to throw that in this episode. But then I'm like, oh, it's a bit of an interesting merge. Can I say happy merge week? Can I be happy? It's an interesting episode.
Oh, but it's still a happy event, I think.
Oh, it's a great event.
They got a feast.
Got a feast. Karishma was dying for a feast. Clearly, she was down for a feast. She hasn't got
That's
any rewards so far.
Nothing.
There's only been 3, Karishma. There hasn't been any rewards yet. Let's calm down.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, look, I think it is happy merge week and the tribe's all together now. 13 of them.
Massive merge.
And, yeah, there's a bit of drama, but that's good too.
Yeah,
It's always drama in life.
We'll discuss. Yeah, and that's, I guess, we were just talking about it then as we finished.
Yeah.
The joy about Survivor is, and it does replicate real life.
It does. Absolutely.
We go through that, and we're going through that now, and we get to see the joy of it come out in a game that mirrors life, but also when you add that element of the game, doesn't make it so bloody complicated.
It does, doesn't it?
So bloody complicated.
But, you're playing with people, and that's one of the reasons for making it a game.
Yeah.
With the rules that it has.
Yeah.
Because then it's a container. So you can sit there and you can go, look, this isn't real life.
No.
This isn't how, you can open yourself up to saying, this isn't how I behave in real life, but I'm going to do this.
And let's think about it though. In the 20 years that we've been watching this show, how many times have we breached real life? I can only say 3. We've got today.
Yeah.
Today's a big one. Today's a very big one.
Zeke was the biggest.
Zeke. Well, this was a big one in the sense that it spanned 2 episodes, and there was intervention.
I think
with
the first
producers.
episode. Well, I think the first episode was a build-up, and the first couple of episodes.
It has been scattered up there, but there was also, I've never seen it thrown in there as a producer cutaway.
Oh no, that's true.
I've never heard a producer talk on.
No,
I've never heard that.
No.
I could be. We know my memory sucks, but I've never had knowledge in my brain that a producer has intervened in that confessional moment with that one-on-one where Kellee was talking and the producer said, I don't want this to go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me, come to me, that's what I'm here for.
No, that's
so
right.
that was huge. To me, that's huge. Zeke, huge. And the other one, Brandon Hance.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to tribal. It was...
No, we don't need to go tribal. We can leave now.
Yeah, but these are the 3 moments to me that step out
true.
outside of the game. And I can't think of any more.
But really, when you think about it, 39 seasons, 3 out of 39, it's like,
It was pretty good. It's
No, that's what I mean.
It's one every 10 years.
Yeah.
When you break it out.
It's
10,
really...
20, 30, no, one every 40 years. One every 4 seasons, yeah.
So, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but my maths is not.
No, I'm just saying.
What was I just saying? One every maybe 12 seasons, something like that.
But it also is, I think it's a testament to people that when you think about it, people can work things out between themselves.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shit in the world, but on the whole, we're pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. We can work it out, you know? For those 39 episodes, we've had stuff kind of go out into the real world, right? Or drag the real world in. I don't know which way to put it, really. But even then, they're still working it out.
Yeah.
It's not this is the only time I can remember the producers have ever actually done anything.
Yeah, I've never seen a cut like that.
That's right. But what they did was they sat down and talked with the group,
and had individuals,
and then they talked to Dan. Right.
They also talked. They said they talked to everyone individually, but they had a really important one with Dan. So Dan also wasn't to know that it was him.
But what I mean is that seems to me to be the people themselves working it out.
Yeah, and also think really, really well handled. It wasn't,
exactly.
As you were just saying, if this was The Bachelor, not that I watch these 2 shows.
Oh God, no.
When there is a moment where something like this happens, the producers are getting involved. We're seeing that for drama. We're seeing people's lives be hurt personally for drama. We see that. This black screen cut. This is what's happened. We've had a chat to everyone.
That's right.
It's gone beyond the game. People are uncomfortable. We never want anyone to be uncomfortable.
Exactly,
We've taken it. The game resumed. We don't need to see it. It wasn't put in there. Again, this has been going for 40 seasons almost now because of these sort of elements. The game is first and foremost the number one priority. It's not about the drama that we can manipulate into the game.
Right.
That drama unfolds itself because it is like real life. And you're putting people who don't go
that's
together.
The thing. The game doesn't need any drama because it is drama.
Yeah, and we don't.
That's why.
So we don't need to amplify that.
I reject things like in the end, like Extinction Island and that.
Yeah,
it doesn't need it.
It doesn't need it.
It's got all the drama you'll ever need.
I know what they're trying to do, but you don't need it for this game. And this is also because another reality show could have taken this and really embellished it and made it something it didn't need to be.
Well, if it was on Big Brother, it would have been there.
Yeah, if it was on The Bachelor, it would have been Bachelorette, Love Island, all these dramatic, we're forcing a narrative.
Yep.
It would be there. This wasn't. It was handled really, really well.
Look, even Jeff in the Tribal let them handle it how they wanted to.
Yeah.
He made sure that they knew they were going to have to deal with it. Yeah. But he was basically leaving it up to them how they dealt with it.
Yeah.
And I thought his summarisation at the end was really on point and a great way of saying to the people involved, look, you guys are seeing it one way, you guys are seeing it another.
Yeah.
And this is...
and that's the thing. It's like you might not think you're being sexist, racist, anything-ist. You might not think you are, but if it's perceived on the other end, then maybe you should think about you might have been for them. And that's, I think, Karishma, out of all people, said it potentially, that that's their truth.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's true, because Kellee, unfortunately, couldn't speak for herself on the jury at that point.
No, which is... Yeah.
And that's the thing, you've got to be aware of that. But then, unfortunately, Janet also needs to be aware that the game is still going.
The game.
And can you separate it?
That's the thing.
Lauren did.
Exactly, Lauren did. And so did Missy.
Yeah, yeah. So the truth was that Missy and Kellee were on the chopping block. Unbeknownst to both of them, they were both on the chopping block.
Well, no, Missy wasn't.
No, because we saw it in the second tribal. Because when she's like, oh, you wanted me to say that I was coming for you before the Dan thing happened? Yeah, you were the vote before Dan happened.
Oh, no, Janet did want Missy.
So if Janet wanted Missy, that was their vote.
That's true.
Their vote was for Missy.
Well, no.
But the other side's was for Kellee.
No way. Janet wanted Missy, but she couldn't get Missy because the vote was going to be for Dan. That was what the essential story was, right?
Yeah, her thing was everyone's going for Dan. We won't be getting Missy.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the other tribe are wanting Kellee.
Yeah, and Lauren.
Yeah, wanting Kellee.
Yeah, and dragged in Missy
and seeing Missy and Kellee getting together.
Exactly.
Going, I don't like this.
Yeah.
They're bonding. That doesn't work for me because Missy and Kellee are two. I think Kellee. I'm very shattered she's gone, but I thought she was playing some really solid gameplay. Which,
by the way, I thought you handled it pretty well.
Me?
Yeah, when she got photographed.
I know.
I know you were gutted.
I was gutted.
Yeah, I know.
I was gutted, and I did. You are correct. I did handle it very well, and the reason why I'm handling it very well is because yes, I enjoy Missy. I enjoy Kellee. I enjoy Elaine. There's people I really enjoy, and I've been talking about this to a couple of my other friends. There's some really good cast people on this season.
Oh, there is. Yeah, there always is. Yeah.
But the season as a whole hasn't completely grabbed me. Apart from these past 3 episodes. So I'm not completely invested in the whole in it as an entirety as a season. Yeah. That's possibly why. Whereas if I was all in from day one, I probably would have been more gutted. But you are correct. I was very tame. I kept it to myself.
No, you didn't have to. You could have yelled and screamed.
And I have. You've seen it. You've seen it.
I have.
People have seen it. I could have yelled and screamed, but maybe that's why I didn't. Because because maybe the episode, a lot was going on.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a lot happening.
It was.
We had, I guess we haven't even got to the start of the episode.
Oh, no, that's right. We've really kind of dealt with the theme that ran through the 2 episodes.
The overall arcing theme, and we'll probably still touch on it as we keep talking.
I don't think you can talk about this or not talk about it.
Yeah, well, you definitely can't. It's just, it's part of it.
Or major, the major
it's the major theme, and that's the overarching everything for everything that happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because the things that happened in it happened either for it, and if you weren't for it, then you were voting against it.
Because I think Missy, I honestly believe Missy was with Kellee there at the start, until Lauren intervened and made Missy go, hang on, get your head back in the game.
Oh,
get
yeah,
out of real
exactly.
life, come back here. Yes, you're hurting out there. You're hurting in real life. We're playing Survivor. $1 million is up for grabs, hun. Come back with me. I don't want you two together. I don't want that.
Yeah, Lauren saw them together, didn't want it, and she did the best thing possible. She went up to Missy and said, Kellee wants you.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
what do you think's happening?
That torpedoed any collaboration.
Correct. Kellee she's very dangerous. I'd like to work with her. I don't know if I can, but I would really like to. And she said something before, I can't remember it, but then she said, then I got to know Missy and we bonded over that shared moment, which was a real moment, which was a human moment, which was an outside of Survivor moment, which is a great way to bond. Great way to bond. But unfortunately, the bond was so heavy with the topic of inappropriate touching and all this sort of stuff that it became too far out in real life.
That's
it's not I'm bonding over you because you've got 3 kids and I've got 3 kids.
No.
We're not bonding over that. We're bonding over something that's actually affecting a lot of women all over the world that takes it that little bit too far out of the game. It's okay to go out of the game.
Well,
it's gone well out of the game.
Well, no, I think this is a good point to bring up because we can see it as far in the game, as far back as like Lex and Boston Rock, right? Mm-hmm. One person can think you're bringing in the outside world and dealing with them in an outside the game fashion.
Yeah.
And you're calling on that bond, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the other person can think, no, I'm not, right? But what I'm trying to get at here is that having a bond outside of the game doesn't necessarily help you in the game.
No, it definitely doesn't. And the further the bond goes outside the game, the less you see inside the game. And because this went so far out of the game.
Yeah, that's right. It almost has no impact in the game, sort of thing. It's like, it's kind of a different space, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it went so far out of the game for Kellee that she didn't look. Whereas you say, Dan, yes, you saved my ass, and we're a little bit out of the game.
Yeah.
But not enough for Dan to vote Kellee.
No.
And on that note, I'm just going to pause it for 2 seconds. Huh? Anyway, we're back.
We're back.
I did a safety delete of all the stuff off my phone so we don't have to redo this.
That's right.
Good on me.
Yeah, good on you.
I'm learning.
No, you've learned.
Well, you never know.
No, you have learned.
I like to do it beforehand, but I just forgot. So sometimes,
that's good.
Because we haven't had this, we've only had it once or twice in the past season and a half. Pretty good on that by half. Yeah. Okay, back. Where were we?
Well, we were discussing
how it was just too far out of the game.
That's right.
For Kellee.
For Kellee, right?
Kellee went too far out and was blinded by...
And Janet. Janet took it on board.
Janet took it on board and took everyone on board, which I don't blame her for.
No, I got no problems with what she did.
However, like you said, what she should have done is gone to Dan.
Absolutely.
If it's gone so far out of the game, you can't use the game to fix it.
No, that's right, exactly.
It's not going to work.
No.
And that's what happened.
And this is, I think, where Janet maybe is not confused because she's quite clear about what she wants, right? But I don't think she used the right tool.
No.
She was trying to use a vote to fix an out of the game problem.
Yeah, and that was a big mistake.
Yes, it was. In the way, like, unless you've got the situation where you, like, you know, with Nigel's nephew, right? With what's his name? Brandon.
Russell's nephew.
Russell's nephew, right? Unless you've got that situation where it's like, no, we don't need to have cancer, right?
Yeah.
Because, but again, that's an out of the game solution because you're just saying we don't need the game to fix this.
No.
We're fixing this now.
Yeah,
right?
It's happening.
It's happening.
Because what she ultimately did is use the... My God, Karishma's annoying. Let's get her out.
Yeah.
Approach to a vote, which we see all the time. Can't live with this one. Abby Marie's a firecracker. We got to get rid of her.
Yeah.
All these people that we can't stand being. And yeah, sure, Dan makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, makes me uncomfortable. If it stayed at that level, if it stayed at that level, sure, you can use it. But when it got to a producer involvement. It is far beyond that level for the game to be able to fix that approach. And she is a strong enough woman because she did it in the second episode.
Absolutely, no problem.
To confront Dan. If she confronted Dan straight away and said, hey.
First 2 episodes.
Yeah.
When we first saw it.
When we first saw it, in the first episode this was mentioned.
Yeah, hey dude.
Dan's touchy.
You're making the girls uncomfortable.
Yeah. You might not think you are, but they're uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Nip it in the butt then. But even, nip it in the butt in first of this double. When it comes to this seriousness, don't use the vote. Don't use the game as that vessel.
If she had spoken to Dan quite a while back, the way that she went and spoke to Elizabeth and Missy after it all kind of blew up,
and even Dan afterwards as well.
Exactly, Dan after. If she had just been forthright and spoken to them like that at the very beginning and spoken to Dan that way, I don't think this would have ever been an issue.
And I guess maybe this is a concept.
And that's not to blame her. It's just
no, it's definitely not to blame her in the slightest.
She's made an error
by using the game.
Yeah, exactly. If you say to somebody, "I want to vote Dan out for whatever reason," you are invoking the game.
Mm-hmm.
You are saying this is a gameplay.
We're playing the game.
We are playing the game.
Yeah. Whereas if Kellee came to you not strong enough, and that is 100% fine to say, I feel uncomfortable with this man touching me. Because a lot of women don't feel comfortable to say anything.
Yeah.
Like we see it all the time. I had an incident the other day where I saw a man abusing a woman on the street and I had to go back and tell the man off to leave her alone.
Yeah.
It's out there in the world. And she might not have been comfortable to say something. She's voiced it. Everyone's agreed with her. Janet has definitely agreed with her.
Absolutely,
Janet should have gone to Dan and said, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
And also gone to Kellee and go, look, this is not right. Can I intervene? Because this isn't the game.
But look, at that stage, early on in the game, it wasn't just Kellee that was complaining about, somebody else complaining.
No, other people. Right? Missy has 100% complained about it.
But what I mean is, like, previously, it wasn't just Kellee complaining about it.
No.
And so she had, like, it was a semi-public thing.
Yeah, between the women.
So she knew that. She could have just said, look, I'll go and confront him. Yeah,
and then Elizabeth says stuff along the lines of it was in a joking. Well, I was playing along in a joking way. If they're uncomfortable, I'm just joking around. Well, that's we're in it. Someone's actually really hurt here. Janet should have really because Janet is strong enough to go up and go, look, Kellee, I hear you. I'm going to go talk to him because this is above the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Not use the game. That's
right.
This is a big downfall for Kellee, who was shaping up to be an amazing player. And let's just back things up. Going back to the repercussion of what had happened after Noura just blew up her entire game after a really good strategic move.
Look, we've seen drama in this episode.
I might sneeze, but that's okay. I'll sneeze on camera.
That's right. Just don't sneeze on me.
No, I'm going to go this way. You keep talking.
Sneeze.
I'm trying. It's coming. You just keep talking. If I sneeze, I sneeze.
That's all right.
It's gone.
Oh, jeez, you could have sneezed.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Listen, I'm not trying not to sneeze. I definitely want to sneeze. I want to sneeze for you 7 viewers. I want to. Believe me. If you get this far,
I coughed.
Yeah, and I'll sneeze when I'm ready. Go on.
Coffee and sneezing. Are they two of the dwarfs?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Sneezy was one of the 7 dwarfs, was he? But Coffee
was not.
Okay.
Coffee definitely was not.
Do you know most people can't name the 7 dwarfs?
Dopey.
Yep.
Sneezy.
Yep.
Oh my god, I swear I would have been better at this. Drowsy?
No.
Drowsy was one.
That's night and cold. That's day and night. Codral day and night or something, isn't it?
Dopey. Dopey, Sneezy. Oh my god.
Come on, you can do better than 2.
I gotta be able to do better than 2. Happy?
Yes.
Sad?
No.
Angry?
No.
Grumpy?
Yes.
Grumpy's 1.
That's 4. We got 4.
4 of 7. We're around halfway, really, aren't we?
No, you're over halfway. Is that 7?
Yeah, no, but you can only be either 3 or 4. So I'm...
Yeah, but you're over halfway. You're 4.
Hoppy?
No.
I've said happy. Playful? Bashful?
Bashful, yes.
Bashful. 2 more, Robin.
2 more.
This is a thrilling entertainment for our Survivor fans. I've said dopey.
Yep.
Shameful.
No. Your performance is.
Okay. Oh look, I'm gonna call it there.
There you go. Most people can
get
5 out of 7.
What were the other 2?
One was Doc.
Ah yes.
Right, and I forget which one you've named, so I can't
remember the other. Dopey, happy, sneezy, bashful, Doc. Angry.
No,
grumpy.
Grumpy. And there's one other, I forget which one.
You can't.
There you go. No.
Anyway, back to Survivor. Back to Survivor chat. And Noura blowing up Kellee's game. Can we just get to that?
Let's get to that because it is a major.
This is straight Coke. We're not. This is not alcoholic tonight.
We can show you alcohol if you want. But anyway,
we don't need it tonight.
Look, the way Noura treated Kellee after that trial, and I shouldn't put it that way because Noura did not treat Kellee badly.
She's just a fool.
That's right. Like, I don't know what possessed her at this time, but after the tribal, Kellee set up the perfect perfect betrayal and the blindside. She's played the idol, she's given the idol to Dean to pay the idol so that she sends home Jack. Right, so Kelly's gotten rid of Jack. But here we go, and Noura comes back to camp. She starts saying, "I'm sorry" to Jamal.
But this becomes.
But no, this is the thing. She says, "Thank you for playing the idol for me.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm sorry you had to play your idol for me.
Yeah,
and that's fine too. But it doesn't stop there. No. The next thing was, and I was told that I had to write down Jack's name
because Jamal gives her a little bit of heat, and she can't handle it.
No, this is the thing. She says the first two things, and she could have stopped there. Jamal's not saying anything at this stage. But then she adds the next line, which is, and I was told it was best for my best interest to vote for Jack. And of course, Jamal, quite reasonably, in my mind, says, well, who told you to vote for him? Yeah, that's a question I would ask. That's a question you would ask.
You could have just kept it to yourself that you didn't actually vote Jack.
That's right.
You didn't do it.
And Jamal quite recently said, who told you to vote? And then she says...
Kellee did.
No, this is the thing.
I can't tell you.
No, she tried. Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell you. It's not fair
obviously,
on them.
I can't...
Well, you're in a hard place. You better.
No, I can't tell you. Well, and then Jamal goes, well, I've just played my idol for you. And let me tell you now...
She did it!
Yeah.
She did it!
You're in a hard place. There are going to be consequences whether you tell me or not. And then it just goes, oh, well, look, I really can't tell you, but it was Kellee.
Yeah.
That's what she actually said. I was like...
Kellee just goes, stop talking, stop saying talking. My name, and then she goes over and this
But did you see Kelly's look on her face once Noura says it? Kelly's mouth is open. She's like...
Yeah, but Kellee saw it coming as well. You can see her sitting there going, this is not going to go well. And this is possibly a downside in that one strategic move, to think about what happens next. Yes, it looked flawless there. And this is, I think, after seeing the outcome of this, I still feel like our idea of playing it for ourselves, and owning the move,
it's better.
Is better because now you end up in this weird situation where all she says is Noura made that up.
Well, that's a weak lie. And look,
and it works for Janet, but Jamal didn't really buy it.
Jamal's not that good a player.
Jamal's not good a player, but he's a great. He reads it. He understands people. He doesn't understand survival.
No, but he's not that great a player, right? But he said straight away, he's like, something's off with this, right? And that's the problem for Kellee here is people won't work with Noura. People don't trust Noura, and Kelly's now seen why. Like, Jamal, I think said 2 episodes ago about Dean was, Dean wants to work with Noura?
Yeah.
Fine. Like, nobody wants to work with Noura, and they know why, because of this.
Yeah.
So Jamal knows one thing. Noura can't play the game, and she's got no idea what she's doing, but she doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Like
she can't.
Yeah, it's
We've
impossible.
Seen firsthand her try to lie. She can't lie.
It's like when she came back from the island, it was terrible, right? But
Noura even said that later on in this episode too. When someone says too much information, it's probably not true. It's a lie because you did the exact same thing.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, if Jamal knew one thing, when Noura said to him, "Oh, it was Kellee," as far as she's concerned, as far as he's concerned, she's telling the truth, right? Because Noura doesn't know how to do.
No, she can't. She can't deceive.
It's just verbal diarrhea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? It just all comes out.
Yeah.
And I think that's just Kellee finding out this is why people weren't teaming up with Noura.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, she didn't have a way of getting out of it.
No.
And like you said, I think at the end of the day, if you're going to employ Noura, you're better off owning the move.
Yeah, I would have owned the move and just gone, sorry, I know it was against you, but it was in the end, I thought Dean was more important to my game.
That's it.
And I just wanted to, own the move. You're going to be in trouble anyway.
Exactly.
It was a great move how she executed it. It was great. I still would, I didn't even think of that. But maybe that's why, because what happens? Because someone has to talk.
Yeah, if Norris had shut up, right, they would have had to try to figure it out.
And they're going, did you vote Jack? No. Did you vote Jack? No. Did you vote Jack? And if everyone says no, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly, right.
But if someone doesn't, if Noura doesn't,
this is the thing.
Causes an issue.
I think Kellee quite reasonably thought, well, nobody's going to say yes because then they're going to have a mark on them.
Yes.
And Noura definitely got the mark put on her.
Yeah, and doesn't know what to do there and throws everything against the wall to get the mark off herself.
Yeah, exactly.
Or throw anyone under the bus.
Like, that's the thing. I think Noura in the end just realised, I've put myself in a bad position here. Kellee.
Yeah, exactly. Right? I don't want it. Stop it. What have I done? That's Kellee did it. Kellee did it. It's not me. I wasn't the brains behind this. I have no brains. I'm just doing what I'm told.
That's pretty much what came out of her mouth.
And poor Kellee is just left with, like, after a really brilliant strategic move, left in a negative spot.
The funny thing is that the guy who actually played the idol, Dean, and who actually got Jack sent home because, he's wearing nothing.
Doesn't he? Yeah, he was never
going. Like, what I mean is, like, if the merge hadn't have happened, he wasn't going home next episode either.
Because he saved his skin.
Yeah.
You never blame someone who's on the bottom to play an idol.
And that's pretty much what he said, isn't it? Hey, look, I hope you guys don't take it personally. I'm just trying to save myself.
Yeah, just trying to stay in the game.
And everybody's like,
that's fair.
That's fair.
You know?
Exactly.
So easy for Dean. The next thing, though, Kellee does redeem herself after a little bit of a slip-up in trusting Noura. But after a really great... Like, I still rate her move. I still think she did a very good move last week.
Oh, absolutely.
It just... The repercussions, the what happens next moment wasn't really...
Thought
out enough. All the possibilities weren't discussed.
I don't think it's about thinking. I think at this stage, I'm going to give Kellee a break here, right? In that Jamal and Jen and everybody else knew what Noura was like.
Yeah.
And Kellee hadn't spent that much time with her until the split. Yeah. And she didn't really know what she was dealing with.
Yeah, fair.
She just thought Noura was a number.
Yeah.
She didn't realise what Noura's downside was.
And Noura is not a charisma.
Exactly.
You know, charisma might be the biggest goat of all time, but it's going to keep her mouth shut.
Exactly.
Because she just knows it's going to hurt her.
Yeah.
Whereas Noura just doesn't see the damage she's causing. She's destruction all the time.
Right.
But the next morning she goes and finds an idol.
Brilliant.
So good. Everyone else is looking, she finds it so good.
Yeah.
So good. Gets an idol. Then we get to merge. Once again, she goes, well, there's an idol got to be on this island.
She goes and
she gets a second idol. And I'm just like, this is a great place to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
However, as we discussed, one idol gives you confidence.
Yes.
2 idols makes you seem invincible. And that's the problem.
That's the problem.
The thing about 2 idols is now one's expendable.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play one whenever you want. Play it. Go find it again. Keep one as a safety net.
Well, that's right.
It happened to James. You've just joined elite company.
A very elite company to have. You know, there's not many people in the game that's had 2 idols at one go.
Yeah, and then get voted out. There's 2 people now.
Well, that's what I mean. And then to get voted out with 2 in your pocket, that's really elite.
Yeah.
You know?
But it just... Everything up to that was like, cool. I've had a bit of heat, bit of a bad lie with Jamal. No way out of it. She put herself in a little bit of a hole, but merge comes along.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
makes it all null and void.
And now the other stuff starts to play. Yes, you're a big strategic target, so she's always going to have a target on her back. We've got some really good gameplays, like her and Missy, Lauren, Elizabeth. We've got some good strategic players happening, floating about.
Oh, look, I think Lauren's probably the pick.
Well, see, Lauren, what did Lauren do in that early on?
Yeah, she organised the vote. She organised the vote. Like, she didn't want... Actually, I think it was before the split.
No, it was like one of the second
exactly.
vote.
I think it was the second vote, but I think it was for Dean as well. Yeah. I think somebody wanted to send Dean home. She went like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. It was the same, I forget who
someone, but
and she was like, no.
That, and you and I were like, switched on.
And she switched on, and she was like, no, I'm going to make sure that X is going home. They're not a threat. No. I'm not seeing them home. I'm going to get rid of somebody I want to see go home. And she did it. She organised it and got rid of them. She never took the heat for it. Right? Good on her.
Yep. And then she's taken a bit of a backseat for a while. And this episode she does...
Well, I think she's been on the tribe that's basically won.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Right? So she hasn't really...
No, she has had one moment. And that was my thinking, like, she did so well, but when it didn't work her way, she started crying. In that vote, remember the 4-4 joiner, and
oh, right.
That was her weakness. I'm like, what are you doing? Just because you're the power shifted and you weren't in control and she crumbled.
Oh, no, we disagreed about that actually at the time too.
Yeah.
You think it's about that, I don't. I think it was something, I think she was just surprised and cried about that.
Yeah, and she just was emotional and vulnerable at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas
I don't think it was strategic.
I don't think it was a strategic cry. I think she was caught off guard and the power was no longer... She thought she had, she didn't, and she responded really negative. Like I disagree.
I think she was surprised and caught off guard, and that's what she was crying about, right? The shock.
Yeah.
I don't think she was like. I don't think Lauren has ever demonstrated that she's not got a head in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like look at Jamal. Like he comes back from a vote where his side loses, which is 3 in a row now, right? And his head's just out of the game because he wants gear 1.
Jamal doesn't get it.
I know. It's just amazing that every time he talks about Survivor, it's about how can I cruise?
Yeah.
It's cruise. It's he just
this
wants
is
to
the
put
safe one. Let's just chuck it down. Yeah, I put on autopilot, put in first gear, put on cruise control.
I don't have to work for this. I just want to cruise to the end. 3
times he's done that, and 3 times he's been blindsided. He didn't do it in the 4th time, but he thought it was. The 4th time was irrelevant.
Yeah.
But those 3 times when he's just thought it's all going to work to plan.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? And look, Jamal.
Well, when they, like I said to you during the episode, when they offered him the 9 alliance.
Yeah.
Right, he was like, look, I could see the relief in his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have to think about it.
It's gear 1.
You have to think.
You always have to think.
And that's like I said, I really like Jamal as a person. He came off really well. I thought he spoke great. As I've said, as you and I have discussed, he's awesome at life. Yeah. Jamal is such a top dude at life. Educates people about racism. Talked really eloquently about this whole sexism, inappropriate, sexist sort of sexual harassment stuff. I thought he talked really, really well.
Not just that. When you see him talking to people in the camp, he's talking to them really well.
And he talks to them really... like when he took Jack aside, he's really great. But when it comes to Survivor...
you got no idea.
He doesn't know the game.
No, not at all.
He might be a fan of the game. I'm not saying he isn't a fan of the game. You see that when he goes to...
No, look, Jamal...
Get out of... How are you out of my TV?
Jamal is who he is.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, he's watched the game, and I think he knows the strategies.
Yeah, he just... Yeah.
But he's one of these players that you see a lot of that know what the game is. They've seen it on Survivor. They just, for the life of them, can't actually put into practice.
Yeah. And that's what we saw.
Yeah, and that's what we saw.
Consistently with Jamal.
Consistently, you know?
And thinking, he really thought Dan was going home.
Yeah.
Kellee goes home, he's like, oh my God. Like, seriously, this has happened to you 3 times now, man.
Exactly.
Like,
that's
3 times when you've gone, I'm just going to cruise to this one.
Cruise in this one.
You get screwed over, man.
That's right.
You get screwed over. What are you doing?
As we often say here, the moment you get complacent in this game is probably the time you're going home.
Yeah.
He's probably been lucky in a way because he didn't go home twice.
He didn't go home 3 times.
All 3 times, sorry. And then
someone else in his alliance went home. Someone else who was on his side of the vote went home each time. He's been lucky. Learn from your bloody mistakes.
Learn, right?
He doesn't have time to learn because he got sent home the next week.
Exactly. Like most of the good players will tell you, they don't have time to relax. You do have to think all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Boston Rob shows that in his 4th season where he said, I didn't sleep.
Right?
Didn't sleep.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
Thinking. You have to think out everything. Mm-hmm. Jamal, you cannot park yourself and then go, hey, I'll just cruise to the end. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You're okay with that, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. You and I, we go for the next few. Let's go to this 9 alliance, and we'll just cruise on all the way through the end. That's not how Survivor works, man. You got to be alive. You got to have a pulse through the whole game.
Absolutely. Well, look, I mean,
there is no downtime.
Even if Lauren, let's just say for this, let's assume you're correct about Lauren, that she was upset about the loss of power and everything.
Yeah.
Well, she seems to have handled it pretty well because she bounced back as soon as moves happened.
That's the thing, and she bounced back and she saw a moment and she went, I can use this to my advantage.
And she did. 2
people are a threat and they're coming together. I don't want them to come together. I need to make sure they're enemies. It's almost in the same sort of way as a Sandra going, I could be a target, even though it's not. I'm going to eat the sugar.
Exactly. Make sure.
Yeah.
It's between
those two. And she's done that. She's like, these 2 are really good. I can't have them together. I need to put a rift.
Well, as Lauren said, they sat on the beach for 2 hours. Or Tommy said, actually. They sat on the beach for 2 hours.
I can't have them sitting there for 2 hours.
Exactly. I can't have them sitting there for 2 hours. So Lauren's, done something about it. She's gone up and said to Missy, she wants you gone.
Doesn't matter what she just said then. That's a ruse. That's a ruse.
Exactly.
A ruse.
But, the split happened straight away.
Yeah.
Missy's sitting there thinking, Kellee's after her. Boom. You've split.
And strategically she's been good. I just don't know how she will handle not being in the power, but this time she put herself dead set center. Could go either way.
Yeah.
And her and Tommy could have gone wherever they want. They could have sent Dan home. They could have gone with Kellee.
Exactly.
And they went with Kellee, but they could have gone anywhere, and it wouldn't have really.
And I think I know why they went for Kellee rather than Dan.
She's a threat.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, Lauren didn't go to Missy and split them for no reason, right?
Yeah, no.
So if she couldn't get Missy, she got rid of Kellee, right?
And Missy is closer to me as it is.
Exactly.
We've already got a bigger bond, so I can use that. I can't use that same pitch against Kellee.
Yeah.
I can't. I can use it with Missy.
Exactly. But Missy's not going to last long if Lauren gets her way.
Oh God, no!
Right?
No, Lauren will get rid. Lauren will do some stuff, and eventually, Missy's not in danger yet.
No.
In my mind, from Lauren.
No.
But she's very much in danger.
And
if I was Missy, I'd be wanting to get Lauren pretty soon.
Yeah. Look, but unfortunately, Missy doesn't know what Lauren is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody. This is a great thing. Like, Lauren is actually playing a pretty good game. She's managing not to stick her head up.
Yeah.
But she's still organising
stuff. She's
right?
still playing some really great strategic moves, and she's done a couple of them now.
That's right. Look, as I said when we watched the episode, I think like Lauren's move is also good because Missy didn't come out of that Kellee vote clean. No. Everybody else there now knows that Missy's a strategist, as Lauren's told them, and that she's a threat. Mm-hmm. She's not like unmarked from that.
And she is. Like those three girls, one of them's now gone.
Yeah.
Very strategic, very. The thing about Lauren is she doesn't. Kellee and Missy are both strategic players along with Lauren, but Kellee and Missy also look more physical.
Yeah.
So now we're ticking 2 boxes here.
That's right.
More threats.
Yeah, true.
So Lauren can hide a bit here.
That's true.
Missy just won her first.
What I would love to see is Lauren keep Missy around as a shield.
Oh, you would.
What I mean is, if you can keep a player as dangerous as Missy around as a shield and make it work, you are a really good player.
And she just shows she's obviously better than Missy because she outplayed Missy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Missy is a very good strategist.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she is. From what I'm seeing.
From what I've seen, she's turned on. Yeah. She switched on. Right?
Like I said, those 3 girls, I think they're very, very good. Kellee's gone on the hand of Lauren.
Yeah, exactly.
Lauren takes Kellee out.
No matter anything else about that episode, put it to the side. Lauren was the one that got rid of Kellee.
Lauren gets rid of Kellee, so that's her. So out of the 3 most powerful players in the game, Lauren's got the biscuits at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
She's definitely going for it.
Yeah.
Even after some great play, 2 idols in your pocket, Lauren still controlled that situation, and she said it in the second tribal. She goes, "Yes, there is stuff that's real world, but I can switch off.
Yeah.
And I can separate.
Exactly.
Because yes, it's real world, but that's $1 million.
But that's my $1 million.
Yeah, that's my $1 million.
No, it's my $1 million.
And I'll deal with that, and I'll come up to Kellee, and we'll have a good old chat after this is happening. And I'm with you, Kellee. I'm sorry, but I needed the $1 million.
Yeah, that's it.
So to be able to have that clear focus, which Missy lacks compared to Lauren. Missy's great, but the focus Lauren had there showed in this double episode was really strong.
Yeah, that's right. So
very strong focus.
But I'm not discounting Missy. I think Missy's a really good player.
Yeah, I don't discount any 3 of them. Yeah. Even though Kellee's out, I don't discount all of them.
Yeah.
In different situations, Kellee would still be in if the Dan thing didn't take her out of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It took her head out of the game.
Exactly.
Kellee would still be a threat today.
But look, I still count Missy. The funny thing is, though, outside of Lauren and Missy, I'm not seeing a lot of good gameplay from very many.
No, like I said, we've got some great characters. We don't have great gameplay.
No.
I love a Denise, Elaine. I love an Elaine. I think she's great.
Look, that's what I mean. Like, Elaine's great.
She's a great character. Love her. Love her.
I don't see a lot of thinking there.
And no, she's just a really socially enjoyable person to be around, which people think is a threat. But a Lauren, a Missy, a Kellee, that's a threat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone who's just socially enjoyable to be around. Yeah, is on the threat meter, but not like the other ones.
But what's interesting here is I don't think any of the guys are on the threat meter.
The only person you put on there is Aaron O as a purely physical threat. That's all you put on there.
Yeah, but what I mean is though,
strategically, no.
Look, no, we know what happens to physical threats like Aaron eventually.
Yeah, Aaron doesn't.
They're mainly they're a long time in the game if somebody uses them as shit.
And unless they've got strategic gameplay behind them, and Aaron doesn't. He doesn't have strong enough. He understands there's strategy going on, but he's just not very good at it.
No.
He's probably a C plus B minus sort of player.
Speaking of Aaron, he's just won 2 immunities in a row.
Yep.
How long is it going to be before somebody brings up Aaron's got to go? We're not going to win any immunities if he doesn't go.
And if he doesn't have the strategic backbone to get him through that, he's gone, and he doesn't.
He doesn't. That's right.
Like I said, I'd rate him as a C plus B minus sort of player. Yeah. He's just an average player. Nothing. He's not terrible. No. But he's not great.
No.
And when we've seen 3 really good strategic players, now we've only got 2 really good strategic players in the season. You know, whatever. Yeah. It's. I also like Janet. I really like Janet. I liked her when she made the fire in the first episode. Look, I really like how she kind of approached this. The problem for me
with Janet is this, and it's not a problem actually, right? She reminds me of Rudy.
Yeah.
She's like Rudy. She's like
no nonsense.
You know. That's right. You know those no-nonsense individuals, straight shooters.
Yeah.
You don't have to wonder about what they're thinking because they will tell you.
Yeah, she's great. And
you enjoy those characters.
That doesn't make a great Survivor player. It makes an enjoyable player to watch.
That's right. It makes it enjoyable.
And there is a difference.
Exactly. Well, I liked watching Rudy, but I would never say he was going to win.
No. Right? No. And she falls in that character. Really endearing to watch. And she got a little hard done by what happened.
Yeah.
And I thought afterwards she dealt with it really well and talked about it and what she should have done before the first vote.
Yeah.
But she was on the out. However, what I did like, the one good thing I really like I really like how she handled it and how she, even though I really felt for her in this episode. But I love that no one knows I'm out here by myself because they don't give a rat's. They're always, whatever. And then Aaron and Missy walk past with a bloody shovel.
Actually, I'm going to mark Lauren above Missy here because Missy actually should have turned to Aaron and said, "What are you doing with the shovel?"
Oh no, Lauren is above Missy.
Yeah, but what I mean is I think Missy's very sharp, as you know, right? Yeah. But at this stage, Missy should have looked at Aaron and said, "What are you doing with that shovel?"
Yeah, how deep do you think we're digging? Right? Like when have we? Maybe the first few times when we started these hidden idols and stuff, you had to dig really deep. It's not how it works anymore. Look in and crack. Looking at a tree stump.
If it's normally buried, it's normally buried near the well.
Or it's under the sign, that's what I mean. If it's buried,
it's buried under something.
It is buried
near something.
But it's buried deep enough that you can just dig it up with your hands.
It's only like 2 feet or 3 feet.
Yeah, it's not down shovel worthy.
Exactly. A bit like, I love Jack when she said Missy and Aaron walked past me. Aaron's got a shovel, so I know he's looking for an idol.
What are you doing, Aaron?
Oh, what the hell?
Why do you have a shovel, mate? Yeah. Like, where do you think you're going? Where do you think this idol is? Right? And I am glad that Janet finds it again.
Yeah, look, I
felt like that was a nice little bit of karma, poetic justice for her to get some niceness back in a pretty brutal couple of like 12 hours for her. A really upsetting struggle time for her.
She had a win.
Yeah, she had a win. Right? Unfortunately, she played it when she didn't need to play it.
Well, no. I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. Look, a lot of the time, sometimes you can see an idiotic play of an idol.
Yes.
When they did not need to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think Janet. I didn't think she was a target.
No.
Right.
No.
You said before the vote that you thought she was.
No. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to bring up here is that I thought she wasn't. You thought she was. So there was still enough evidence there.
There's enough evidence to do it.
To be suspicious.
But the way Tribal ended up going, it's really hard to Janet got a lot of love in that Tribal from everyone. And everyone was on Janet's side.
Yeah.
So to me, when everyone's on your side, it's really brutal to turn around.
Well, I don't think everybody was on her side, but everybody understood her position.
And then to vote her out from that is really brutal.
Well, I'm not sure it's brutal because I think it was done before. But what I mean is that...
Yeah, but we haven't seen a Tribal like that where Jeff is really hammering
what I mean
down
is,
a point.
As Janet, if I was sitting there, I wouldn't have been taking that anything that they said positively as meaning they would not vote me.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say is, I don't think Janet had a really good reason to believe that she would not be voted. But I don't think she had a really good reason to believe she wouldn't be voted.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. But I also thought maybe after that, Dan could have been collateral damage.
Yeah.
I thought with sometimes those moments can go, you know what?
Yeah.
This big chat.
Exactly.
Sometimes that could have swayed the Pete.
The
Dan.
It could have.
Calling him Pete.
Right.
That could have swayed the Dan.
Oh, it could very
easily
turn
I thought that was
into
a possibility.
This is all messing up my game, and the clearest way forward here is let's just get rid of Dan.
Yeah.
So next time we can vote properly.
Fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I thought could have been a potential outcome, which is why I might have been a bit more hesitant to play my idol.
But that's what I mean. Look, I don't think Janet's saying. I personally think she was in a grey area. I don't think she did anything wrong, though.
No, don't think she did anything wrong. But it's just hard to see when you only got. Yeah, it would have been better if she had it. If it was 4-5, yes. But when it's 2, 5, and 6 or whatever the votes, however they were, but when you've got a really small minority, and the other two, that's kind of like shit. If I held on to it, I should have played the gamble.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, whereas that's kind of where it would have been. Whereas if you're a Kellee and you've got 2, don't play the gamble.
The only thing I'll say,
don't play the gamble.
Yeah. And because of the situation, I'm not going to blame her too heavily. Normally, I criticise players for playing that way. Mainly because their ear isn't to the ground. Yeah. They don't listen for the information. They don't go and find information. And normally that's what my criticism. Here I'm going to say Janet didn't really have access to.
There's no information in this tribal. It was a really interesting tribal that kind of went straight.
And that's why I'm not going to blame it too heavily because
really fascinating.
But given the situation, the trial, it would have been difficult for her to find out anything.
Yeah.
Right? And that's my criticism normally about is. Well, if your social game was better, you would have known the information. You wouldn't needed to have played it.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
But here, I'm not going to blame Jen for that because I think she was like, just what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's there's a lot going on, and there is a lot of also real world elements to this tribal.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
very difficult.
You told me this, and she goes back and talks to somebody else, and they say this, and then she goes back
and she knows very well she wasn't lying. And it's a pretty tough one to read.
Exactly. So I'm not going to blame.
No, I don't blame her.
But,
I just would have liked to have had it longer because I like her.
I don't look. Do you think Kellee should have played with 2 idols?
You've got 2 idols.
What should she have played and how should she have played?
She should have played one for herself.
For herself?
100%.
Okay.
Because she said before the damn thing came up, she mentioned how much Missy is a strategic player. She's very, very strategic. She's exactly like me.
Yeah.
We are the same. People want to get her out.
Yeah.
If people want to get her out because she's like you, don't you think the other side also wants to get you out?
Exactly.
Like if that's a potential thought process, you then have to think about the other side of the alliance, what their potential thought process is, and she missed that, and then she got 2 caught outside of the game, and you've got 2 idols.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. This is an interesting vote that should have been play one for safety, keep one for later, go out and find that second one again, and still have a safety. That 100% should have played it. Before I get on to the other massive topic I want to talk about.
The only thing I want to say is, interesting situation. Kellee went out with her 2 idols. Janet went out and found the idol. Janet has played the idol, so the idol's still back out there. Yeah, let's see who goes looking.
Let's see who goes next time.
Right.
Now, before we get on to my thing that has been bubbling, that little thing I've let simmer that I had to stop talking about, I want to also throw out why the hell in the second episode are they wanting to throw Karishma out as a safety option?
It was weird. It's weird, isn't it?
This is foolish.
Right,
Karishma has now made merge. Karishma is someone you are taking to the end.
I'm sorry,
that one clip. The one clip summarises Karishma in a nutshell, where she's trying to clean the pan. The little bit of a wave comes in, starts to wash the pan away, and she almost trips and falls over trying to save the pan. Right? That's Karishma in a nutshell. Right? Why are you trying to send her home?
I don't know.
Why is she even a vote? You're taking that to the end.
I know, that's what I can't understand. Why would you pick Karishma as the other vote?
They're picking Karishma because of the numbers.
It's just weird.
Because of the numbers. No, now you're getting in this really stuck, thick alliance that you don't want to get into because Karishma is a bloody number who's not going to get a vote.
What are you doing?
That is absolutely foolish now.
I know.
If Karishma goes home before 5, you're all idiots.
That's right.
You're all absolute morons.
Absolutely. I couldn't believe it that Karishma's picked us at the other vote. I was like, what do you think?
No. Why? Why?
That's right. Like, why are we voting Karishma? Why don't we vote? Why don't we get rid of Dan or Janet, or why don't we get rid of Aaron, or whoever it is, right?
Is it just because it's so easy to throw Karishma out there because she's so far out of the loop?
Yeah.
That's just illogical to me.
That's right. It's
Karishma should have gone in the first couple of episodes, the first couple of votes. If she didn't, you're taking her to the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
She is something. I've never met anyone that you could. I've never seen anyone play the game that you want to take.
Who's a better 3 that you can think of?
No one.
No one.
There is no one in the history of Survivor that's better than her because she is that low of a threat. There's been hopeless players. There's been bad players. There's been players that aren't going to get votes that annoy everyone. No one is hopeless as Karishma.
That's right. I'm like,
what are you doing throwing her name out there?
She doesn't speak very well. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way she speaks, but what I mean is, she obviously is not going to sway anyone.
And Noura's not going to sway anyone. But Noura is a bit harder to deal with because you never know what she's going to say because she's always going to...
She can blow your plan up.
She'll blow everything up very easily. Karishma's not going to do anything. She's proven that for the past 8 episodes.
I would never take Noura to the end simply because she's going to blow it up.
Yeah.
You can guarantee.
If you can get her to the end, sure, great. She'll say something in tribal that will be ridiculous.
It'd be really difficult
But to get her to the end, there's a lot of plans that she can mess up.
Exactly.
Karishma will not mess up one of your plans.
No, she won't.
Take her.
Take her.
So why Lauren, who is currently the mastermind here, is it because she's sitting on top and has control of everyone?
No, I think it's more of a consensus thing in this case, right?
And but no.
Like, I think what it was Kellee.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Kellee.
And now they've got the numbers. They've got the numbers now, and the people on the outside of the numbers. Janet was like a safety, but Jamal and Karishma. Yeah. They're the only other 2. And then next thing we see is Karishma and Janet the next episode, which has got to change because there is no way next episode that everyone wants to vote if 2 people get to vote out the 2 people on the bottom. That's
insane.
That is insane. If you do that, you're even stupider than I thought.
Look, 2 vote outs is knives out.
Yeah, 2 vote outs is okay. We get rid of one.
Damage.
We get rid of one on the bottom.
Yeah.
Potentially try and
take out.
Are we taking out a top dog?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or we're using both on the bottom to take out 2
Exactly.
people.
That's right.
Like, what the hell? What is going on? Karishma is not a threat. Karishma you're keeping. Janet you're now keeping. These are votes. What are you trying to get rid of?
It's Karishma. Nobody there should be voting. Karishma's named out for any possible reason.
And that has led me into enough of a seed.
Go ahead.
I am now mid-seed to talk about Island of the Idols.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, have at thee. Have at thee, Island of the Idols. Look, you know what? I bloody loved it. It started out great, didn't it? It started out real good.
Rob and Sandra.
Yeah, but it also started out with this unique thing just hanging out in the open.
Yep.
We've never seen this before.
No.
Love it. Right there, right in your face, so obvious. Jamal has a quick look over and sees it, and then Karishma goes, Jamal got it before me. It was mine. No, it was... You see Jamal look at it first. So it's Jamal.
Actually, just butt in mid-seed for a bit second.
Butt in on my mid-seed. Oh, I'll keep seething. Well, yeah, Don't you worry, Jack.
Actually, this is the first time Karishma's played well. She didn't get the thing.
Oh, yeah, I know, but she complained about not getting it.
But that's what I mean. What she doesn't realise is how lucky she was. No, sorry.
So we get it. Don't open it till you get to the Island of Idols. Cool, really great. Gets there, our bloody freaking... Here's Rob and Sandra.
Yeah,
oh my God, you're here. What are you doing out of my TV screens? That bollocks that I'm sick of seeing, and I get it. It's fun. I get it, but it's irrelevant. Because what does it really add? What value does it add to the overall strategic gameplay? Nothing. Anyway, open it up. You've lost your vote. Some things are too good to be true. This was it. Love it.
Love it.
Absolutely love that.
Yes.
So good to have a little bit of a screw you moment.
It was
the game got you. The game got you good, and now you don't have a vote. Love that.
Absolutely loved it myself.
Best thing that has happened so far on Island of the Idols.
Yeah.
Really like that. Yeah. That was a nice little twist. Bloody loved it. Bring on more of that shit. Then you get given the upside.
Oh, yeah.
Which is...
Pen and paper.
Pen and paper. Look, and I also love this. I also love that you have control. You've lost your vote, but now you have some power.
Yeah.
How do we use this? Obviously, you've discussed maybe the pen and paper, pencil paper thing might have been a little... It'd be better if you could print it out something a bit more official.
Print
I agree. I agree. But... this is an opportunity. And Rob says that. Rob said this. You have an opportunity.
He just said it.
They said that. You have an opportunity. What you make of it is up to you. What do we make of it? A bloody legacy advantage? One of the worst advantages the game has ever seen? I don't like the legacy advantage. Hold on to it. Yeah. Hold on. If you can keep it long enough, you get an idol.
Keep it to 6, great.
You get an idol.
Yeah.
If you don't, you've got to will it to someone else.
I don't mind.
I don't mind it. But it's enough. It's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, you got a legacy advantage, and maybe you'll will it to me. Yeah. Big deal. Big whoop.
The only thing about the legacy advantage is it's going to be played when there's 6.
Yeah.
It's going to be played.
It's going to be played,
That's
and it can be traded once that person's voted out, and someone else is going to have it, and it's going to be willed to someone. It's just going to
be... The only time it's been exciting, to be honest... Sarah
did really well.
When she got Sierra to will it to her and got rid of it,
brilliant.
That vote was
there's great stuff you can do with legacy, and I'm not saying it's not the worst thing in the game.
No, it's fairly...
But it's just
It's just a one-shot. The only good thing about it is
it can be passed on.
It's at an important part of the game.
Yeah,
that's it.
You have a chance to be creative here, and you also... And let's not get into our thoughts, but let's go into the next part. You write your legacy bollocks down, you come back to camp. What happened? And the smartest thing Noura has said so far is when someone gives too many details, it probably isn't true, because we saw Noura give too much details and it clearly wasn't true. So she's learned. Good on her.
Yeah.
Jamal does the same bloody thing. I got there, had to play a 50-50 game, which was the exact same thing as last week.
Exactly.
Producers are all in on this.
I reckon you're right.
Just a different thing.
No, I think at this stage, don't think you can deny it.
Can't deny it. And then, I've been given an advantage that I can control this advantage, which I don't mind the phrasing. I really don't mind the phrasing. I can control it, meaning I have to will it to someone, and I will it to this person. I'm going to throw this person under the bus. Yeah, big whoop. Why? Why are you giving it to them? Why aren't you... I am so mid-seed right now.
Go nuts.
I am absolutely fuming. Why aren't you hiding that thing somewhere so someone can find it and it doesn't come back to you? Because you passing it on to someone, yes, you're trying to put a target on someone's back. You're getting a target anyway, because are you lying? Do they believe you? Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Every bloody little thing. Why aren't you hiding it? Why aren't you hiding it on the tribe flag, a little thing like tuck it in so people might notice it eventually? Why aren't you hiding it? Why? Oh my God. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Well, his story didn't make a lot of sense
His story didn't make a lot of sense either. Like, why would you see it on a board and have to read it out?
Right?
Why would you do that?
Well, no. Why would you see it on a board and then have to copy it down?
And copy it down, that's what I mean. Why would you have to copy it down? That makes no logical sense at all. There is no sense towards that being a thing at all. You just, oh my God, that is killing me. If, yes, you've written it in pencil. If it's hidden out in there and you haven't handed it to them, maybe people are going to buy it a bit more because they found it. They found it out there. So that's got to mean something more than you just handing them with this fake-ass, overly detailed story, which Noura, out of everyone, called. Like, if Noura's calling your bluff, you've done something bloody wrong. Like, you seriously have.
That's a good point, actually.
Like,
yeah,
what the hell? Why couldn't he have just come back and said, I found this thing, and it said, because it was beautiful. Some things are too good to be true.
Yeah.
You've lost your vote.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Even show them the bloody paper.
Yeah.
Show them the paper and say, I got screwed. Because you know what? They're going to think you're a douche.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be laughing at you because you don't have a vote. Meanwhile, you've got other power that they are unaware of. What's the harm in that?
Yeah.
What is the harm in that?
Well, basically tell the truth. I played a game. I lost my vote, right? But
I got stooged.
Yeah, I got stooged. But the penalty's worse. I also have to pass the advantage on.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I have to pass the advantage on or else I don't have a vote.
Yeah.
So, you're in.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Right? But,
God.
Look, Tommy even balked though with the, I played this game, a 50-50 chance, and I won. And I have to pass the advantage on. Tommy was kind of went, that doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right. And then Dan
but like you said,
goes, I
Noura,
can't even read it. Yeah, Noura
at the end was like,
if someone gives too many details, the rule the rule is when they give too much details, it's not true.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the other problem here is who he gave it to for
yeah, we know they've got a grudge.
Dean.
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point?
Right? Why would you want to give a legacy advantage to Dean?
Exactly.
It's just stupid. Now, look, I got to get off this real quick. I've got to because it's hurting me. There's so much more better things you could have come up with than a legacy advantage.
Legacy. Oh yeah, that's the. You're
right.
And
like we said, I thought, why don't firstly it started off as what if you had a thing that could steal an idol that be played, but then you don't really know when idols get played, and what if, and we haven't seen this before, you can steal individual immunity.
Wow.
Oh, so cool.
Okay.
Such a cool thing because someone's winning it. Aaron's won it 3 times in a row. Yep. We've got to get rid of Aaron. Yep. Don't you worry. I've got Steely's on. We're all going in on Aaron.
Exactly.
Everyone's all in on Aaron. You play this thing. Jeff says it's not. Aaron goes, while you're after me. The whole place starts to panic.
Exactly.
You have done an amazing thing.
That's it. Much better.
Much better. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Did you have other ideas what we could?
No. Your idea about stealing the immunity, that was the best.
Oh.
That's much better because it creates chaos.
It creates chaos and it puts someone thinks they have power. You know, it's those moments. It's the Devon's moment where everyone thinks they've got an idol, or whenever the first time someone played a fake idol. Whenever who was it? Jax, the AJ? No, not AJ. That young surfer dude who had the idol and played the fake one and thought he had all the confidence in the world. It's those moments that fall in their face.
Exactly.
And they have no idea where it came from.
Exactly.
Because you've planted it out there. They're none the wiser.
Absolutely. Look,
what an idiot you have been, Jamal. You're amazing as a person, but survival-wise, whoa.
Look,
I've got a bone to pick with you.
I think the other problem here, though, is the writing it in pencil. Like, remember, Sandra said to him, have you ever seen a pencil on Survivor before? He's like, no, I've never seen a pencil. Yeah, you've never seen a pencil? Guess what? No one else has either. Alarm bells.
What you could also...
Nobody's seen a pencil because no idol, no advantage is ever written in pencil.
What? You could even leave it blank and hide that and the pencil out there so someone else can do your dirty work.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Why not?
You can do anything with it. Right? But look, he did what he did. The legacy. This is the thing, though. I've had nothing in the tribe about it. Now, if people were buying it, you would hear talk. Mm-hmm. You would be like, yeah, but what are we going to do about Dean with his legacy advantage, right? Yeah. Or you would hear somebody in one-on-one the camera saying, Dean's got a legacy advantage. I got to figure out how to make that mine. Wouldn't you?
No one gives a rat's.
Nobody gives a rat's. And they voted Jamal off for it.
Yeah. Oh.
Did that put a mark on Jamal? Do you think that put a mark on him?
Yes, it put a mark on Jamal. Everything puts a mark on Jamal. Oh, I am so seething right now. I am going to need a nice cold bath to cool down.
Look,
this
the best of her is your idea about the immunity.
That'd be cool.
We haven't seen it. Look, the only thing
I'd actually like to see that as a real thing.
No, that would be awesome, right? The only thing I could possibly have come up with was like something like, steal a vote or extra vote. Right?
And we've seen all that before.
Yeah, we've seen it before, but I would like, that's okay with me because it's kind of regular.
Yeah.
People would sit there and go, steal a vote, yeah, of course.
Makes sense,
right? Or block a vote, yeah, okay, we've seen that before, makes sense, right? That would be the only reason I'd go with that.
I would love steal an idol, steal an immunity, a necklace. I'd love those two.
Look, I would like to see it for real in one game.
Yeah, I'd love to see it for real.
Yeah.
Jeff, once again, if you're watching, this is my second idea I'm giving to you. I've given to you two.
Yeah.
Take them on board. I want to see them. Maybe I should email.
Well, maybe you should become a producer on the show.
Maybe I should get on the show. Maybe I should get on the show first. Let's just calm down.
No, but
I want to get on the show.
producers who make the...
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
the
become a
writing
producer.
team, maybe.
Then you get your green card. Then you can go on the show.
Look, I just want to get on Australian season right now. That's all I care about.
Well, you're not
let's
getting
not
on
start.
that.
Let's not start this. Are you applying? You should apply.
Yeah, I'll try. I will.
You better.
Okay, I will.
You're not going to. I know you well enough.
No, I will. I'll try. It's just I'm going to get voted out first.
No, you won't.
Oh, I will.
That's not how you got to look at it.
So the first idiot in the tribe, I'm just going to vent.
Yeah, that's all right.
Grow up, son. You're an idiot.
It's all right. We need that character. We need that character.
You know what I did think of doing?
What?
And I think I could do this successfully, right?
What?
Being a villain.
Yeah, you could do a villain.
I can do a villain really easy.
Yeah, I'd like to pretend. I would like to pretend I could be a villain, but I know I couldn't.
Yeah, I could.
I know I couldn't. I wish I could, but I know I couldn't. Like, Dave was a great villain.
Oh, Dave was excellent.
Great villain.
Well, he was almost villain.
No, that's the best villain we've had on
Australian season. The best. He's a... But he
and we had the
quite
best villain of all time on our season who did not live up to standard.
I know. But what I mean is, he didn't go quite far enough for me to be a proper villain.
Because
to me, he was just a smart player.
He was a villainous smart player with charm and wit about him, and very easy to vote out.
Yeah, exactly.
Who should have been voted out long before he actually got voted out.
Actually, his survival is amazing.
Yeah,
but anyway.
People should have voted him out. People were just foolish not voting him out. Anyway, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, same here. Look at it.
Look, I'm being happy with these last 3 episodes. The season's starting to turn around, which is good.
We'll have to see how Lauren and Missy pan out from here, I think.
Yeah, see who wins.
So we've got that to look forward to.
That's definitely going to be a battle coming up.
Yep.
Who's going to outplay? And it might be a battle that they don't... Well, Lauren knows, and Missy might never know it's a battle coming up.
Exactly.
Missy might go out, but if Missy goes out, I feel she's going out the hands of Lauren.
Well, look, it may be one of those odd cases, and I think it might come to this first, right? And I think Missy may get wind of it this way. I think what they'll do is they'll want to get Missy, but because she's on the alliance with Aaron, and Aaron's won 2 idol immunities, right?
Yeah.
It may be that Missy will figure out when they get rid of Aaron,
they might do a split and she'll put a few numbers.
And then she'll realise, oh, I've been trusting Lauren and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right? You see that's when I think it might come down to. But anyway, I think we've got some exciting stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, so do I, which is great for me to feel like there's joy coming with Survivor now again. I'm back to happy.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.